looks like we got full grips. No, 6 cards for Tyler. So Anuraag was both on the play and kept a 7 against Tyler's on the draw with 6.
Ooh, okay. Well, he did get a scry, so he knows what's coming up, right?
Yep.
Deathrite Shaman, not a bad way to start.
And shortcuts are nice, because when you lead out with Deathrite before even playing a land, so it's just like, huh? Oh, all right.
Oh, yeah. It's kind of a land.
That sweet FBBC.
It makes mana.
I like me some pimpy lands whenever possible.
Absolutely.
So no fetch, so Deathrite is not active.
Okay. All right, Baleful Strix. Drawing some card.
Force Will to draw. That's a good one.
It's a nice looking Force Will, too.
Yeah.
Looks foily. Oh, and look at that. Going to the Brown Town again.
Ambush Viper consideration. Rejected.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're going to get more value long term with your Snapcaster in this matchup.
You don't really worry about a Deathrite here with
No.
you're at 20 life and probably have a Terminus plan coming up somewhat soon.
Sure. Probably see a bunch of cards at some point here.
Those pauses, though, sometimes they give away your hand.
Sure.
So you really want to decide before it comes to it what you're going to do and then make this play speedy.
All right, so we see a Lorwyn Ponder.
Is that a fetch in the glare right there?
There is a
Or in
fetch.
the catacombs? All right, so Deathrite Shaman can be active.
Yes.
I don't think Tyler wants to like zoom out in Aluren. I think he wants to be nipping and make Anuraag do something and
Absolutely.
then respond by comboing. Kind of like a backup plan, but even though it's plan A.
Sure. I think, yeah, I think he has multiple quote-unquote plan A's.
And he kept the Ponder, even though it put an Abrupt Decay in his hand, even though it doesn't have a target, because he's just waiting for a counterbalance.
Yeah, well,
He's like,
that is
this
the target.
He's thinking, this is all I got to do, and now I just got to sit here and wait. I
So
think
do
what
you
I
think
would
we're going
have
to see a Vendilion click?
maybe I would have liked to see him actually play the Cavern Harpy, because bouncing the Baleful Strix post combat
Seems
is
pretty good.
an excellent play. Yeah, and he just can't ever have that Cavern Harpy die against
Yeah, but I
Anuraag.
think he's going to Vendilion click. I think that's the plan
Yeah.
here.
Okay, okay.
We'll see.
Do you see that in his hand? I don't.
No.
No, I don't think
Oh,
he
I
has
thought
it.
he did.
I think he's just planning on death riding.
Well, there it is already. There's
Yeah.
your Terminus plan.
Already, I would have preferred a Cavern Harpy because now you're like pay 1 life and you get 1 for 1,
Sure.
and that ain't no thing.
But a chicken wing.
That's right.
Hopefully it's a delicious, delicious marinated chicken wing.
I love me some delicious, delicious chicken wing.
Absolutely. All right.
All right, Shardless seems like a good plan here,
Yeah, doesn't seem bad at all.
but he's not doing that. He's starting with Ponder. I think he just wants more lands.
Okay.
Anuraag's hand here is, I guess, okay. Force, Council's Judgment, Snapcaster, and 1 Mystery Meat. Terminus.
I think there's things that he probably wants to be doing that aren't that.
Yeah, there's better things he could be doing here.
So also now can possibly set up what you want with your Shardless.
Yep. This is the place where those 4 predicts really come in handy. As Anuraag draws those, he can really make his tops ideal.
Sure. All right. We're just going to draw another card off
Why
of
are
the
we
Strix.
keeping a fetch up and just not Shardless agenting?
I don't know.
I don't understand this. Would you Leovold?
Leovold.
Card's just scary every time, isn't it?
Yeah. All right. So putting some cards back, untap. There's that predict.
Let's see what he does.
Passed back by the looks of it. Yep.
Usually that's
pass
the right
back.
play.
Yeah.
End
No
step
land, though.
predicting is when you want to be doing it.
Yeah, but no land.
I'm sure he'll have it next turn with the 3
Predict.
cards he's about to draw.
Yeah.
And his makeshift boat.
Or not.
He's got Council's Judgment in hand, so he could respond with the predict here and then just fight over a Council's Judgment.
Sure. Well, and at which point though, Tyler's looking to draw an extra card as well too.
Yeah, once the Force of Will targets the Force of Will, that happens, right?
Yeah.
Well, does Leovold say you or a permanent you control? Or is it...
Creature or permanent?
So it doesn't... He wouldn't draw a card then.
No. I'm saying for when you're saying that the council's. Oh no, council's
Council
judgment.
Judgment votes.
Oh yeah, it's
So,
votes, not target. That's
Yeah,
right.
there won't be any of that.
No mas.
We'll see what he does here. Predicting away Force
Force
Will.
Will.
You don't need the third copy.
Right.
That makes sense.
Oh. Like, yeah, I'm going to predict your Leovold.
Yep, it's good.
It is. I predicted it. There you go. Now we can vote on it later.
Yep. Resolves. Let's go with the Council's judgment.
Yep, there it comes. What will he vote for? I think Tyler should vote for the same thing Anuraag votes for.
It's anybody's guess.
I mean, he could vote for something else.
It could be a boat.
Could be a vote. We know this isn't going to quite work out for Tyler here.
Wonder what he's pitching. Ooh, no, I
Charlos.
think that's not what I'd be doing. I'd probably be pitching the other Force Will because you really don't want to pitch your other Force Will.
Right.
He's going all in on the protect Leovold plan, though.
Right.
I'd like to see him pitch counterbalance here. Just realize his opponent has abrupt decay.
Yeah, that's a line for sure.
Oh, he thought about it.
Ooh, put it back.
There, he did it.
Yep. Now he still has a Force of Will in hand yet.
Attaboy, Anuraag.
Yeah.
Das good.
Das gut. All right. There's that. There's that. All of these things. And so many Force of Wills.
Yep. Here's another one.
Yep.
All right, this is a little unnecessary stackage. Let's just put all that stuff in the
we
graveyard.
get it. It's all gonna happen.
Exile, Leovold, move on with our lives.
Yeah. Alrighty, there we go. Then here's that fetch line you were asking about.
Yes, sir.
It's finally going to the bin. Now, the one thing, though, that does bode in Tyler's favor here is a lot of his cards are going to help him catch up. He did get rid of one of those cards that could help him catch up with the Shardless.
With all card advantage.
Right.
And Anuraag hasn't produced anything to like close the game out.
Right.
And that's what he needs to do. He's got a Snapcaster predict plan lined up, but that's going to take a turn to set up too.
Sure. And that's tapping out. I mean, obviously.
Yeah, it could do it at instant speed, but he's pretty much just going to say, hey, I don't think you can do anything significant to pressure me yet.
Right.
And that's what Tyler's going to want to produce here.
Right.
Got the Aluren.
Okay.
That's resolving.
Sure.
Oh, no response.
Well, there's not really. I guess he
abrupt decay.
Well, he can also now Snapcaster for free.
That's true, actually. That's pretty spicy.
Yeah, pretty
And
good.
he could have Council's Judgmented on his turn.
Oh.
Ooh, that would have been spicy,
Oh.
too.
Gosh.
I wonder if he decided not to do it or just didn't realize.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, how many times are you playing against Aluren?
It's true. Not a lot of people know it's a global effect.
Right. Again, I know we talked about it a little bit earlier with like the Merfolk thing, but yeah, I mean, free Snapcaster seems mighty good.
Pretty good. I think Anuraag will be pretty disappointed with himself if he loses to this Aluren because he didn't realize.
Right. Oh, absolutely. Or I'm also sure that his friends would not let him live it down.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure they'll be telling him.
Yes. No, there's probably 17 people screaming in the chat right now.
It's kind of like that horror movie where you're like, turn around.
Turn around, he's there.
Right behind you.
Stop it, Ely. I'm the color guy.
My bad. I do like that Tyler is not playing his lands. It's smart in this format. People don't do it enough. They're just running them out here.
Well, you know, if we've said it once, we've said it a billion times. Sequencing as well, too.
Yeah.
Sequencing seems pretty good.
Bluffing,
Yep.
protecting your resources, all sorts of ways you can title it.
Voting for Leovold when your opponent votes for Leovold.
I would like to see the Shardless Agent end of turn here against Anuraag and really speed up the clock.
Yeah.
Let's see if he goes for it.
All right. Now, there is a Terminus in Anuraag's hand.
Definitely, and I'm sure Tyler even realizes that's the case, but nipping for 1 for 6 more turns, not the best plan.
Yeah, I'll try to hit this, because why not, right?
Yeah, no reason to keep it in the deck. Especially when Anuraag is pitching his counterbalances to Force of Wills.
Right. All right, so we're going to probably see a spin here.
Now with him at 6 and 3 damage on the board, we got this 2-turn clock.
Yeah, but he also does get a free Snapcaster Mage.
He does.
Absolutely free.
Blind draws, doesn't spin first. Almost didn't
Interesting.
draw at all.
Yeah.
Oof, that was perfect.
With another predict.
It was a predict, and he
Yeah.
put a top on top that's redundant.
Looks pretty good.
Yeah.
All right, so we're down to 3.
We're down to 3. Now it's stabilization time.
Predict.
So I don't like tapping my mana like this in opponents in game 1 if they don't have my deck list, because now it's announcing that I don't have red spells in my main deck.
Sure. Well, I don't know when they would exchange lists or not. Probably they had already exchanged.
Yeah, they
stuff.
did already exchange lists.
So he's going to know.
So it doesn't matter here. Maybe your opponent doesn't have perfect recall, but... So that was a Jace land. Anuraag might have to be hard casting a Terminus, or he could play Jace, Brainstorm, put Terminus on top, activate it on opponent's turn, but he won't have counterspell mana backup.
I was going to say, he might also be afraid that he would get Flash Leovolded.
Yes, but I think that would have happened with the predict already.
Could have.
So I think if he's playing well, he'll discount that.
Sure.
But still feel exposed.
I mean, he could always just Snapcaster the... Does he have a Brainstorm? No Brainstorm in the yard.
I mean, we
It's hard
still
to-
want him to make the Snapcaster play.
Yeah.
Get that Aluren out of here. Tyler unknowingly is playing around engineered explosives very well.
Just varying his casting costs.
You can tell Tyler's played this matchup a lot.
Yeah. Well, I mean, right now if you're playing a lot of Legacy, you're going to play this matchup a lot.
Oh yeah.
All right, so what are we doing? We know something's going down. Where are we at? All right, pass the turn back.
Smart play.
Nice. So we abrupt decay at the top to try to invalidate any draw
Keep the Terminus away.
shenanigans. Yep. Smart play. Heads up
Yeah.
play by Tyler. Okay, and we drew a Jace. All right, untap. Draw a card. Coming in for 3.
And now
Snap.
no
Oh, he
abrupt
paid the
decay to
mana.
kill that.
Oh, he
Or
paid the
he has
mana.
one. He paid the mana.
He paid the mana.
I wonder if Tyler's thinking about telling him.
Nope. Nope. If you're Tyler, do you tell him?
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so. All
I
right,
think
so
this
we got
is
another
game.
Abrupt Decay here. Abrupt Decay, not very good in this matchup, but an all-star in the last turn and a half.
Yeah. Making use of your dead cards as best you can.
Absolutely.
Pretty good. I feel like, did he realize he's got mana floating?
Did he, you think?
I don't know. They seem to have a discussion about it.
I don't know.
There's not much to think about with Abrupt Decay. So.
No, that one, well, misdirection.
Sure. It could be Joe Brennan's.
There could be some divert.
Yeah.
Speaking of Joe Brennan, that is part of our question that we're asking for this round, as far as what card did he play that was an alpha and beta all-star in the second round, which was our first round of coverage today.
It was, however, not an all-star in his match.
No, it died very quickly.
Very quickly. So we need a Swords to Plowshares here for Anuraag.
Yep.
And this predict is in the blind.
Yeah. Nope. And
He did draw swords.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
So
what
pro.
a beating.
You ever wish you were that good?
Yes, all the time. Yep.
Oh, man.
I'm wishing that I'm that good tomorrow.
He's not out of the woods yet, but that was pretty big.
Well, he's certainly out of fetch lands.
Yes. No more fetch lands.
Or
no
Force of
more
Will, alternate.
alternate costing.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's the entreat.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. So Tyler could just straight rip Parasitics tricks and do the drain too.
Yeah,
That'd be pretty sweet.
that would be.
I would like to see that. This is wow.
So crazy. I mean, it's not over at one life, no matter what.
Right.
It's not like Tyler's on the ropes, you know.
What's he doing?
He's upset. He's setting up the mini lock.
But he's at 1, and this Baleful Strix is attacking.
Well, he has a top on top.
What does that matter?
The entreat.
He has entreat on top, but he's gonna just trade 1 angel for Baleful Strix.
I don't know
When?
what sort of other choice he has.
Well, he could just not play the counterbalance.
Yeah, and what, make
And
2
then
more
he had
angels?
3 angels.
Yeah,
And then have blockers and a clock.
Was he Charlie's Angels? He could actually assemble all 3. I want that as an altar now.
That's pretty good, actually. Get your tokens altered.
Yeah.
I don't think you'd have to clear those with the judge either.
No, I don't think
Unless
so.
they were like dirty in some way.
All right, here we go.
Oh, Terminus.
Oh,
okay.
okay.
So retreats underneath it.
Gotcha. So he's going to Miracle and then Miracle on his turn.
Yeah. Well, no, not Miracle on his turn. He could have done the spin trick.
Oh, right, because he has the top. Yeah, that.
Right.
Then he could have Miracle.
That he could have. Yeah, but he's
turn.
probably just going to entreat on the end of Tyler's turn.
Right. And
Whoa.
Nope.
Why?
No, apparently not.
He's playing so fast and loose. A Shardless agent, he loses here.
Yeah, pretty much
You know,
straight
it's-
out.
It's
Well, there's Entreat again.
it's silly because entreat alone wins the game.
Right. Well, who knows? Maybe he just wants to put an impressive show.
You think?
No.
Taking an awful risk.
Yes.
This brainstorm. Whoa! Why did he cast that land?
I would want to use that to
He
put back.
literally just drew a brainstorm.
Right. Well, maybe it's for the fetch, but is the other one already a fetch?
I guess he's counterbalance top locked anyway, so he's
Sure.
figuring it's not going to resolve. But I don't know any reason to play that land.
No. And... All right. We're in a Jace. Jace having no counters on it. I don't know. It's just that it's dead.
Yeah, they're fixing that now.
Really a D20. Thanks, guys.
Right to 7. Best Jason Land Sculptor ever.
Terrible. Yeah, no, you wouldn't want that thing on 7. It would just unsummon all day long. What is it? Jace Memory Adept? Doesn't that start at like 5?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And its best ability is the 0 ability.
Yeah. Oh, just like some other Jace that we know.
All right, another top. So, if you had to pick this spot, so if this was your auction of the people here,
Yep.
which one are you? Which one of these spots are you taking?
Well, it's hard because it looks like Anuraag is winning this game.
At 1 life, though.
He is at 1 life.
He has a-
counterbalance top
Yeah.
and Angels set up. He's kind of got it all now.
Yeah, but you know what gets around counterbalance top?
What's that?
Walking Ballista.
If Tyler had those in his deck, he would be my vote.
He would still be your vote then. All right,
Oh,
I
yeah.
gotcha.
Card is so
All
good.
right, so we're attempting to cast Brainstorm.
Yeah, we know that one's gonna fail.
Yep. I'm gonna look first, see if I even have to move one of my tops, and I don't. All right, let's see, Tyler, what do you got? Need something good?
Force will. Not gonna do it.
No, no bueno.
He's locked out. He went from almost can't lose to lost.
I mean, it's amazing. That's kind of how these miracle decks do it, though. They don't.
It was kind of a miracle.
Oh
Never gets old.
no, apparently
Except
not.
it's been old for years.
And we have more cards that aren't going to resolve.
Yep.
He's like, I'll cast it. No, I won't. So are we just waiting on seeing the entreat, or are we just, what's going on?
Toying with his meat.
She told you not to play with your food.
He might be keeping it on top to counter 3s
Oh, yeah,
that Tyler could cast.
sure.
But it just seems unnecessary.
Especially when it just pretty much ends the game.
Yeah. Counterspell backup. He can do it end of turn. There's not really much Tyler could have.
No, he would need some odd casting cost.
Yeah, it'd be
uncounterable.
Parasitic Strix and like all these other cards that would also have to come in, like
Right.
Leovold, Strix, and then you'd still have counter, and there'd have to be another counter to protect them.
He needs multiple cards.
All from underneath a counterbalance,
Right.
with no ones being able to cast by Tyler.
So it's all over
Gluttonous
except for the
Crane now.
Crane. And we're just, yep, going to keep running some lands out.
He wants to ultimate Jace.
Yeah, well, if that's how you want to do it. That's why they grabbed the D20. He was like, I am determined to ultimate this Jace. And that's what Tyler is actually just going and building up his hand to have that be his library soon.
Yeah, he should use the end of turn Gluttonous Crane since the Fate Seal left it on top.
Alright. And turn this over. Still there. Okay.
This is where those abrupt decays that he had used
Could actually
earlier,
be helpful now.
They would have been.
But he was trying to win the game. I don't fault him for trying to win the game.
Yeah, I don't know that they were bad timing, but they incidentally cost him the game.
Right. Alright. And we're back to brainstorming, Jason. No, we're just looking at top. I was like, that would be an odd shift.
Yeah, Anuraag is just trying to keep a 2 and 3 on top, using the 2 tops to lock on 1.
Sure. Force of will. He's force of willing his own Deathrite Shaman?
That's a good question. Yes.
Yes, he is. Okay. And that seems like the play of a very frustrated person.
That was a little awkward.
It is all very
We're
awkward.
kind of like revealing things.
This
and
would be much better if we had some
audio.
audio for that one.
Yeah.
Oh, he's trying to tell him to crack his fetch.
Yeah.
Please crack your fetch land. I think you really want to crack your fetch land. Now I'm going to play my Leovold. Now I'm going to counter your Leovold. And now I'm willing to pack up my cards. Okay, so
Yeah.
Tyler, losing game 1, Anuraag, close.
Yeah. I don't
Really
know if we were
close.
just getting a little sloppy there or what was going on.
Well, you have to remember, we ripped a
Yeah.
blind predict Sword Splashers.
Yeah. That was pretty lucky.
Like, so as much as we want to try to fault Tyler, if we want to try to fault him at all, his opponent really had, what, a one-outer and, like, you know, a blind predict?
I'm not going to call it a strict one-outer because Eddie Swords and there were probably all 4 copies left, right?
Sure. But still, all right, so you had 4 outs out of, at that point, probably 40 cards?
Sure. 1 in 10.
1 in 10?
Not the worst.
No, not the best, though,
I
either.
certainly had worse in poker. I'm sure you have too.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep.
Those 1% outers.
Yeah,
Painful.
sometimes you just get rivered.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tyler got rivered.
I remember presenting as a bluffer and getting a King 2 flop, having done a big pre-flop raise, and I have Ace King. And I make a bet, and this guy goes all in over the top of me, thinking he can bluff me. And I'm like, yeah, call ya. And he shows Ace 10, doesn't even have a flush draw, and the turn of the river are Queen and Jack. And I'm
Oh.
good call on that bluff, sir.
Yeah, wow. Ely, you live the life, man, I'll tell
Oh,
you.
I've had all sorts of things. So, should we talk about some sideboard here?
Sure.
Anuraag shouldn't bring in Flusterstorm because it's a heavy creature deck and you can't counter Aluren with Fluster.
Right.
The Pyroblast and Red Blast are good because the creatures in Tyler's deck are all
blue. Yep.
Yeah, you could Surgical if you want to try to get rid of all the Allurens. I don't know that that's the way you want to go.
No.
Wear and Tear, yeah, you bring
Yes.
this in. It kills both a creature and an Aluren.
Yep.
So, pretty good. Engineered Explosives, Creatures are very high casting cost, and you're not killing an Aluren.
Right.
From the Ashes, very good.
I'd like to see that cast
I
today.
would love to see that cast too, yes. Containment Priest doesn't stop these creatures. They're
Nope.
actually being cast.
They're cast, yep.
So that doesn't do anything here.
Correct.
And you don't need the mountain because there's no wasteland effect. So, and
Right.
he has the deck list, nothing to worry about there.
Yep. So from Tyler's perspective here, thought seizes. Could see bringing in thought seizes.
Depends on how you want to approach.
Well, I like that probably more than say the Caracas or the Nihil Spellbomb
Yeah,
or the Surgical Extraction.
we don't bring those cards in, that's for sure.
Carpet of Flowers you could bring in though.
Oh, yeah. And that starts you abusing your creatures without actually needing Aluren, too.
Right. No Meekstone.
No.
Pithing Needle, yes.
Oh, yes.
The Abrupt Decay, I think, can stay on the board.
I would keep in the board, too. 3 is where you want to be. You're
Yep.
only wanting to hit counterbalance, and your opponent might board those out. So, honestly, 2 or 3, it's probably enough in the main.
Dread of Night, obviously, still going to live in the board because there's no Monk tokens coming.
Right. He doesn't care if angels are 3/3s or 4/4s. They're
Makes
still killing him quick.
Zero difference.
Uh,
how about the Painful Truths?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
bring
the
him in.
matchup you want it for.
You want a boat?
Oh, you want a boat. You want a
Want
boat,
a boat.
real good.
Okay.
Actually, here's the funny thing.
Hmm.
You could bring Jit in this matchup.
You can.
You make these 1/1s that like Baleful Strikes that card advantage into threats, and then Anuraag has to answer all of them.
Right, because it could just sit there.
Yeah.
That's not going to get Terminused away.
So I've been known to bring in Jit in this, which is weird as it sounds. You're bringing in Jit against Miracles.
Okay. I could see it, though. That makes sense. I mean, it's one of the more creature-heavy decks that
It
we've
is.
actually seen this weekend.
It's a very creature-heavy deck.
Yeah.
And you utilize Jit very well in it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's the way to go.
So-
So now they're seeing each other's lists.
Still reviewing. It's nice how they typed it out, actually. That's convenient,
Fantastic.
clear, and easy to see.
Yeah, because we handed them these. They might have a tougher time.
Yes, it's the handwriting. It gets
Yeah.
you every time.
That Wealth Stone.
Yeah. Just imagine one of my elementary school teachers just mocking me for the handwriting and telling me to do it again.
Were you getting beaten with like a ruler and stuff like
No,
that?
not that old.
No? Are you, sure you are. Don't sell yourself short.
I'm 33, people. I get called old a lot. I know. I get it. I'm a little disabled. That's true. I'm only 33.
I'm 47 now. Got a couple years on Ely, but not.
Yeah, you got me beat.
I got you beat. 35.
Uh-huh.
So 2 years on Ely with 0 Pro Tours.
0.
0.
Why
How about
not?
for you?
How many qualified or how many I went to?
Oh, answer both.
All right, so been to maybe 13 or 14.
Okay.
Qualified for maybe 50.
Wow.
Yeah. So it used to be on the rating system. I
Sure.
had the second highest limited rating in the world
I remember that
for
time.
7 years, and I didn't play Magic for a lot of those 7 years. Yeah, so I was qualified for all these tours. Didn't go.
Jeez, that was.
School, and starting up my old store.
Yep.
And doing all that just took up all my time. Didn't have much time for the game. Still love the game. Still tried to play here and there, but it's hard. Everybody has to sacrifice when they're going through that process.
Nice. Yeah, back when you had the other store. Yeah,
Yes,
I remember meeting you for the first time. Do you remember where you met me? Probably
at
not.
the first meeting? No.
No. Grand Prix DC, which was a standard Grand Prix. We were both playing in the side event that was a qualifier for the Legacy Grand Prix that was upcoming.
What were we playing?
I was playing Stacks.
I was playing
I think maybe Reanimator, I want to say.
Standard? Ooh.
No, not Standard. No. This was
Oh.
a side event. This was for, or
Gotcha.
not a side event, but it was a Grand Prix qualifier event
Oh,
for
our
3
match is back
buys.
up already.
All right. I was like, you're that guy, Ely Cassis. Like, yes, I am. All right, so Baleful Strikes, so we're going to turn back over, ponder. It's getting very quiet in here. We should probably
Very
keep
quiet. A little too quiet.
our voices down.
Yeah.
Okay, so we do it. Wait,
Yell
let's
out
see.
really quick. Yes, prize of progress.
Yeah. If he has Price of Progress, I think he wins. Just saying.
Oh, man, I want to see that from the ashes so bad.
Oh, I'm sure.
Let's do it. Let's do it on a rock.
Well, I mean, the
Do it for
the
the
Aluren
do it
decks,
for the Gipper.
The Aluren decks always had to be attacking it with a weird sort of mana base.
They do, but Tyler's mana base is a lot like my food chain mana base. It has one island, one swamp, one forest.
Which is better than the old Aluren list, because the old Aluren lists were 4 colors.
Yeah.
It made it a whole lot worse.
It was a lot harder when you had to play red. You had
Yes.
Tagos in your deck.
Yes. Ugh.
Gross.
You know what that card's for? Hitting off of a Charbelcher.
Yeah.
That's the only thing a Tag is for.
Yeah. Or Lance.
Who plays that? We are in Baltimore. Somebody plays it. All right, so Tyler's on the beatdown plan. He does have an Aluren. It looks like 2 copies of Aluren in his hand.
2 mana creatures with 1 power beatdown plan.
Absolutely. Which is actually oftentimes what the red versions used to do. I'm going to recruiter for a recruiter for a recruiter for a recruiter to go swing for 4.
I remember many a time where they would play like Engineered Plague and name Beast to shut down Cavern Harpy. So
There you
would
go.
Recruiter, 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 recruiter. Maybe grab some Eternal Witnesses, some Dream Stalkers, and you would just like flood the board with these cheap power creatures and just expect to beat them by going around them.
I think that was the second Grand Prix Columbus where
You see what I see?
I see.
Gravid Duels. That's not the From the Ashes play.
That is not the From the Ashes play.
Oh, that's such a letdown. So the Grand Prix what?
It was the second Grand Prix Columbus where the survival decks kind of really came out there.
Oh, yeah.
I believe Jerry Thompson and Cedric Phillips were both on Aluren. I actually thought about dumping my recruiters at that event because they were paying some stupid money at some of the vendors for
That was a great event.
recruiters. Yeah, it was.
I was playing lands, and this is back when your Mishra's factories were your win conditions.
Oh, yeah.
And I gave a deck tech at that event. which,
Nice.
A lot of people have commented on over the
You
years.
had Worm Harvest in your deck,
Yeah, I
though.
did. I had a Worm
Yes,
Harvest.
you did. So that wasn't your win con wasn't all Mishra's
I'm
Factory.
a mental health practice. I'm a mental health counselor, and I had people look me up on Google.
And
for
that's what they came up with.
And they came up with that. They would
Nice.
ask me about it when they would come in. Like, were you playing Magic when you were like a really young kid? I'm like, oh, it wasn't that long ago.
That was a year ago.
And I played last weekend.
Nice. Yeah, that's that same event. I actually played Counterbalance. Counterbalance top at that. I did not do very well. I had 3 buys. Those were my 3 wins. It was a rough week.
I ended up top 32ing that GP with
Fantastic,
lands,
with
the
lands.
old school lands.
Yeah.
Which is rough for me because I started out 8-0-1.
Wow.
Yeah, I started out pretty good. Oh, sorry, no, 8-1. I lost in round 9 to multiple price of progresses.
Oh, well, that'll do that with the old, especially with
It
the old
will.
lands.
Alex Hatfield, he's got my number a couple times now.
Apparently, he's rung your bell once or
He's
twice.
always lined up just right with deck choices. So he was on Zoo with Price of Progress when I was on Lands, and then he was on High Tide when I'm playing this Abzan deck.
Well,
And
I mean, to be fair, I think the Hatfields did play Zoo for a good bit of time.
they did, yeah.
All right, so we are really just looking this over, and well, hey, that's a win con. Getting rid of a win con doesn't seem like a bad thing. So
He knows the ins and outs of his opponent's deck. If he thinks he can play the fair game better,
he
that
certainly
makes
can.
sense. Yeah.
So he did bring in the Thought Seizes.
I don't think Anuraag was expecting the Entreat to be taken here.
No, you think
Especially with 2 creatures with 2 casting costs, and there's an EE in his hand.
right?
I think that's a very
Yeah, but they go
disciplined
back.
choice.
They
though.
go back into the deck though, so
Certainly. Another Jace was just drawn. That's the second one in the deck. The last one.
yeah. Well, it's one of the few win conditions in
There's
the
only
deck.
1 Entreat, 1 Jace, and 2 Snapcasters left.
Yeah,
And there's a third Snapcaster in the sideboard. That probably came in.
very good possibility.
Yeah.
So we see a Ponder, Land Council's Judgment, and I missed the middle card.
Top.
Okay.
Yeah. That seems like a good keep. I think he should brainstorm here to get the top and then to play it.
Sure. Deploy.
Nope. Doesn't do it.
Okay.
A lot of patience from Anuraag. I've noticed that a lot with the Miracles deck.
Well,
Whereas like Sam is looking to do a 1-2-3 step, Anuraag is looking to have his opponent overstep and then catch him.
well, Tyler doing a pretty good job of not overstepping though. I give him
No,
credit.
he
there.
is refusing to.
Yep.
Although I would have liked to see him play that Cavern Harpy in that last game.
Yes.
It was a good time to play it.
So the Volrath Stronghold that you were asking about is now one of the cards that he's looking at.
Yes, and that's a land that taps for a colorless, or you can tap a black and 1 and tap it to put any creature from the graveyard back atop of the library. What I'd like to see him do with that is just go Turbo Leovold. Can you answer Leovold every single turn?
Sure.
That would seem like a good strategy that Anuraag would not have an answer to unless he cast from the ashes.
Right.
And even then, by the time it happens, there'd be a lot of painful stuff.
Yeah.
But he shuffled it away,
Hmm.
so we're not looking to do that. It's
Didn't want it.
probably something that couldn't happen anytime soon
Sure.
if he had
Well,
kept that ponder.
yeah, he still needs a third land for Leovold. That's
Leovold,
not.
And I think he wants to try to land one of these Alurens because he's got 2 in hand.
Sure. It is the name of the deck.
Brainstorm, that's a good one. I'd like to see Tyler shuffle that in before he just snap casts it.
Yeah. Don't let him know exactly what you just drew.
Now it's easy to predict and then counterspell here because, hey, I mean, that's what the cards say to do.
Yeah.
Your opponent
Desperation.
seems weak to it. He's casting this Brainstorm at an opportune time. He clearly just drew it. Wow, he's not doing it. He's digging for a Pyroblast, maybe?
Well, we do have access to red mana up.
Yeah. Does not look like a Pyroblast game, so I don't know what is actually going on. My thought is maybe this is still Tyler's second main phase or end of his own turn. Probably second main phase.
Yeah.
And Anuraag is just trying to resolve his spells before they have the possibility of being answered. But it's not like Tyler's playing red. He's not going to go land Pyroblast.
Right.
Especially not a Predict or a Brainstorm. And if he does, you're happy about that.
Right.
Because that just paves the way for your Jace.
Yeah. Many a Jace's the Mind Sculptor has died to a blast of some sort. So. Okay, so we are seeing the Brainstorm.
There's the Leovold.
Yep. Do we get
I
the
think there's
land?
one
Looked
land
like,
in there.
Yeah, it looked like there was.
Yep, Bayou.
Okay.
So you could probably hide both Alurens on top if you wanted to.
Looks like one of them went back.
I hope he doesn't play the land.
Oh.
Not playing the land there is a nice way of throwing off your opponent about what you drew.
Sure.
He doesn't have anything to do with that land.
Right.
He can't play a 4th land on his next turn given the cards.
Correct.
So let's just hold that Bayou and mask the information.
Plus,
Anuraag will be like, great, he's stuck.
right.
You know, that sort of thought.
So if
you
I
know?
can just answer these 2 creatures, I'm in the clear.
Right, and then you're like, surprise. And you get all that from just not playing a land that doesn't cost you anything to not do.
Right.
It's not like a blue source being held up to bluff a Spell Pierce.
Sure. Makes very good sense.
Yeah.
I mean, a whole other thing if he has a way to draw extra cards the next turn, or
Certainly.
but. All right, so here we go, and so he
Finally
ended
got
up
tired of
answering
being
it.
nipped at.
Yep. It's like I'm going to answer it anyway.
And I think it was probably just convenient.
Sure.
But Leovold's coming, so let's see if there's a second one that's convenient.
Yep. Usually, though, if you're just running it off for 2/1/1s, there's probably something else coming.
And
In this
look at
case,
that. Look at that. And bless you.
thank you.
Miracles is taking this match, calling that now.
I mean, with a Resolve Jace the Mind Sculptor, I'd say it's a pretty good spot. Alright, so there's Leovold. Resolves Council's Judgment. What would you like to vote for?
Just ready.
I'd like to vote for your card. No, that doesn't work. Okay. Well, I'm glad we got Aluren on camera, although it does not seem like it is going to stay on camera.
It didn't make Aluren look like a very appealing deck for people at home to play.
No, but you know, it's probably not. It's probably not that under-favored against Miracles, if it is at all.
No, it shouldn't have been this much of a landslide. Although
Yeah.
it's not really a landslide. Game 1 was close.
Yeah, well,
But
game
it
1
shouldn't-
Tyler got rippered, so.
Right. It shouldn't be 2-0 and done
No.
like it has been.
Right.
And this game, I mean, was just landslide.
Yeah. Alright. Chances of that resolving? Pretty good, apparently.
Yeah. I mean, this is nothing that
We don't
Anuraag
care.
really wants
Yeah.
to answer.
Jazz hands. A lot of jazz hands, apparently. I don't
There's
know.
another best of start, you know what, games. And I'm playing a win in for top 8, and I need to answer 3 things, and I have no hand. And I draw a Shardless Agent, I cascade into Baleful Strix, and I draw into Abrupt Decay
Oh my
to
gosh.
make top 8 and beat this Death and Taxes player.
Wow.
And they still show that. It's pretty funny.
Jeez. Delicacy's Mr. Highlight reel, apparently.
Just 2.
I mean, speaking of performances like that, you're pretty highly ranked on that series right now, aren't you as
I'm
well?
on their top 16 leaderboard, actually. I get
Yeah.
2 buys, which is pretty sweet.
Yeah. It's a shame they don't play any good formats.
Oh, it's true. They occasionally have Modern.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, that's how I feel, too. I have a deck I really like in the format, so that's something.
What's the deck that you really like in Modern right
Revealing an
now?
Abrupt Decay again. I don't understand
That he can't
why.
cast right now. Okay.
Like, what's going on?
I don't know. I mean, obviously, we got Jazz Hands on camera before.
Yeah.
So.
Are these guys friends?
I hope so. If not, they are now.
Probably. They're probably very
They both
chatty, very happy.
shook their hands on it.
Maybe there was some sort of prize drop or something.
Could
that
be.
Made people, like, playing a little looser.
Loosey-goosey.
Yeah. But, like, he's deciding whether to keep a card on top, and you're revealing a card in your hand.
Oh, now I will Erupticate it. We got a blind reveal Force of Will, so definitely the loosey-gooseys are
Well,
on.
I did mention that's sometimes a good play before, because you can decide whether to shuffle away
Sure.
a bad draw, and you don't mind revealing a card in these situations as much.
Well, not when he
sometimes.
has a full grip.
Right, right. It's funny, Anuraag doesn't want From the Ashes to be cast this game.
No.
Kills 5 of his own lands.
Yep. And that's if he fetches.
It looks like he's keeping up the Japanese tradition on his cards. Seems to be a favorite.
Seeing a lot of Japanese cards this weekend, for sure. So if you're going to play a lot of Japanese cards, you would probably double sleeve them. And if you're going to double sleeve them, you would probably actually want to have them in a Dex Protection deck box.
Aha, I see what you did there. Good.
Yep. They have compartments that are able to hold 75 double sleeve cards in...
Get them right on the TOA website.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, and that's TOAMagic.com, right?
Yep, absolutely. And we had a question earlier as well, too, that we're going to be giving out a prize from coming up at the completion of this match, and that was what alpha beta card did Joe Brennan pilot in round 2 sideboarded games on camera today.
And it was not effective and died quick.
It died
Clues.
a very painless
All
death.
the clues. Although if you're using these clues I'm telling you now, you might be too late to be the winner of that competition.
Oh. I don't know. I mean, Tyler's still going to pull this one out, right?
No.
Oh, okay. Shoot.
Yeah, this one is,
Yeah.
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 Yeah?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
Sounds affirmative.
I agree.
Okay. I don't concur. All right, and then we're passing back.
We might just be in the formality stage here.
I definitely see. I mean, Tyler could just scoop it up, but he wouldn't, however, get to show off the very pretty deck that he brought today.
It's true. It is a very pretty deck. I like his mana base.
Yes. And yeah, we'll just make that. All right. So he is definitely now revealing for the extra information, like you.
Yes, and playing predicts too.
Also helps.
And revealing and scooping. Nope.
Is that
Pondering.
yeah?
Okay. Shuffling.
Oh, how bad is my ponder? Would you
Yep.
like to see how bad my ponder is? It was these cards.
He doesn't mind because deck lists were exchanged, so he can reveal the cards in his deck.
All right, I'm gonna see some shuffling.
He's like, just save some time. It doesn't matter.
I'm a fan of just the straight cut at this
Yeah,
point.
me too. I don't shuffle my opponent's deck. Other people do. It's probably good to do it, but yeah, I just
Well, after all the things that have gone on with people like, performing
and
bad
such.
shuffling maneuvers to,
I try to get a good soul read on my opponent. I'm like, you seem like a a moral fiber type of guy.
Your neck beard is fantastic. I will not do any shuffling to your.
That's a powerful neck beard. uh,
Yeah, you don't need that card.
Nope.
All right, well, maybe I do. Let's see what you put back by going and shuffling. Oh, you put away a ponder. Okay.
there's not a single card in Tyler's deck he can draw here, so I'm calling it. Anuraag Dawes is our winner, proceeding to the semis. I really want to find out who won the other quarterfinals matches. I want to see if we get either our Elves player back,
Okay.
and what was the other cool deck that was in the top 8?
Well, there's Storm.
Storm. Okay.
There was another Miracles player.
The cool deck, I said.
There was the the Delverless.
Yeah, we've seen that a bunch.
Alright,
so
there was a
Elves.
Death and Taxes.
Elves and Death and Taxes.
Death and
That's what I
Taxes.
wanted to see.
Yeah,
Mike DeZerko, who's a solid player, multiple pro tours, and he's been on Death and Taxes for a long time. He knows that deck inside and out. Would very much like to see him piloting that deck again.
That would be
too.
great.
If it was him versus Elves, that would be gas.
So, seeing as I'm an Eternal player, how many PTQs do you think I've ever played in?
Ooh, a dozen.
0.
None?
Never.
Wow. You want to hear something pretty cool?
Go
I
ahead.
have a really good PTQ record.
Yeah?
Old school PTQs.
Okay.
So I've played in 34 of them.
Okay.
I have 27 top 8s. And
Wow.
I have 18 wins.
That's pretty ridiculous in all actuality.
Yeah, I like pulling that nugget out, obviously. Pat myself on the back.
There you go. You're going to pull a muscle doing that, I'm telling you.
One of these days.
That's right. So I have another interesting fact as far as PTQs go.
Mm-hmm.
I have judged 3 PTQs.
Ooh,
Okay.
I've judged a couple myself.
I am a level 0 judge.
Yeah, I did it as an expired level 1 for a while.
Elves lost to Miracles. That's the only update we have.
Okay. Elves
Sounds
lo-
like our Elves player is out of the top
No
8.
more elves.
So there's 2 Miracles that are advancing to the top 4. I wonder if they're in the same bracket. They're in the opposite bracket, so
So
no
we
matter
could see
what, we're
Miracle-
watching a Miracles next round. Sorry, guys.
So I'm going to root for anything other than Miracles.
Yes, Miracles is bad guys.
Yes.
And whoever, no matter what they're playing, is good guys.
Yes.
Even Storm.
Even Storm.
Even Storm.
Yes. Even Storm is the good guy against
Yeah.
Miracles. Because the last thing we want is Miracles on Miracles final.
Of course not. Yes. Not good.
I mean, that is if you're a fan of Sleep.
Yes. I am a fan of Sleep, and I really hope the Miracles and Miracles final that could possibly occur just gets chopped.
Sure.
Doesn't play.
Nice.
Although we do have these Dex Protection boxes to give away, and I'm told during the finals, 2 giveaways. We're doubling
2
down on that one.
giveaways.
Because everything that we've displayed on the stream so far are being given away.
Absolutely.
Everything.
I-
Even that nice blue
Although
box.
I think that big box there is going to go home with Ely. I think you might actually purchase another one to give away. I'm
So
just saying.
he played this out after getting Jace ultimated. That's what it looks like.
Oh, awesome.
I stopped paying attention a while ago.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah. Alrighty, so he definitely had a Aluren win,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
piloted by Bryant Cook, playing Ad Nauseam Tendrils with a
Ill-gotten gates.
oh,